be returned, as that will be a touchback. Right to the air. Here's Stafford. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, a pass underneath for Fournette. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you create those great mismatches, throw it to your guys out of the backfield.
On the first drive, it can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
On the sneak, it's Stafford. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
They'll try the air now with Stafford. The 20. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but that's all about the number 1 when you see PG moving to the 17.
That's just good character.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Ready. 53. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Gino on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got, and oh, he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They give the Chubb out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A give running right is Chubb. And he he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run with Chubb, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Seahawks at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing again is Smith. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. From the red zone now, Smith. A minute 55 left to go in the 1st half of play. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Geno. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Smith on 3rd down. And he's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now here's Pollard. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make her a score of 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Giants 21, Seahawks 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
he's got a man, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Gino. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Smith. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Again, Smith. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
The final shot here before break. Smith. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 35 yards the game there. Another first down as well.
Mustang 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Smith throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Smith. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
19 right.
After the interception, here's Smith. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Smith. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else he did? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw is Smith. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. With that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner,
he's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Stephon Diggs, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
His size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Going out wide, finds Chubb. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment it is. Congratulations. And he's still doing it. Still doing it at a high level. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it puts up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but it's still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did. for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 56 yards on the ground for him so far. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
42!
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that. Touchdown, Giants! 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Giants could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
T.Y. Hilton on return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. From the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, let's set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the fourth quarter, defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up the 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javarius Ward. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. I'm surprised with the lead in a 1-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's complete, right around the 8. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
79 Broncos. Ready.
Now Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Here we go.
Nelson Aguilar from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And he is not going to reach the goal line. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point. So no question here, down by a score late. They're going to try the onside kick. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go, still down 1 score, and here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 79 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.